All right, we are set. We are live. This is take one.
All right, everyone. KOH 2022. Wow, the single toughest one-day off-road race in the country. Well, guess what? The single toughest 13-day event for Rugged Radios. Hey, I'm Greg Cottrell, president and founder of Rugged Radios, and KOH was amazing. 2022. It was tough. It was exciting. It was cold. It was windy. Oh man, it was just incredible.
There were so many people there was one thing. So I heard on, what was it, Saturday? So it's like day 3. There were more people through the gate than the entire last year came through the gate. So that tells you how many people were out on the lake bed this year.
It was nonstop. Like Steve and I were posted outside of Hammertown. We had another booth inside of Hammertown. It was insane. Like the traffic on that main road was just nonstop.
So you mentioned we had 2 setups. So we had a full vending trailer, vending 28 outside Hammertown next to BFG. Okay, we had 2 vending trailers out there, big giant setup. But then inside Hammertown, we had a giant tent. How big was our tent there?
Oh, that was a
40 by 80 or 40 by 80.
that was a very extremely large tent. So 2 large vending trailers.
We had the Rugged Garage. We actually had 3 vending trailers in there.
Yeah.
We had, I don't know how many motorhomes we took. We had a staff of, with Richard and everybody, like 25 people. And you know what? All of this was to service our race community. So we bring this entire infrastructure out there to service our race community and the off-road community. So every racer, no matter who you are, what you have, if you're having an issue, you need to come by Rugged Radios. We are here to help. I don't care what you're running or whatever else, where you're from. You're from wherever part of the country or what you're racing. You're racing class 11. You're racing the desert. You're racing the rocks. You're racing the stock class, the mods, the big guys. You know, no matter what you need something, we are there, and we bring this giant infrastructure for you.
Well, and the other thing with that is, you don't even have to be a racer, and we'll take care of you.
Absolutely.
If you're out there watching, spectating, you brought your Razor or your Can-Am or whatever it is that you're going to go out on course and go watch things, we're there for you guys too. That's why we had 2 locations, one inside Hammertown, one outside, so we could take care of everybody that was out on the lake bed.
Okay, so when I was out there, I stayed in vending 28 outside most of the time when I was there. I only think I went inside twice because I was trying to handle outside.
Yeah.
What was it like to be inside, guys?
Oh man, it was so dusty. It was cold. First of all, but it was amazing that we had the opportunity to have the location, the setup inside, to be able to take care and service everybody that came in through Hammertown.
Yeah.
Hey, Fonzie, that is called living the dream.
Oh, we're living the dream, baby.
I heard you were in a greenhouse.
We
Were you strawberries? What were we?
we were on full power
And
too.
it was beautiful during the day because during the day we did have that nice weather, and then the weather
Yes, sir.
actually warmed up the tent. But in the morning, she was a tad bit cold. I mean,
Tad bit cold.
Fonzie was working pretty slow in the mornings, but I mean, as it went on, we did good.
We got warmed up.
What was nice is that facility and what we had, the infrastructure inside, did allow us to help our racers, like everybody's mentioned, as well as Greg there. But we did a few spectators, just a couple enthusiasts. I mean, anybody was welcome. We did chase trucks. We did base setups for RVs,
We sent you
motor
a lot
launch,
of chase
everything.
trucks.
Oh yeah.
We were like, oh, it's cold out. Inside.
It didn't
Hey,
matter.
that's what we're there for. That's what we're there for.
Hey, and you know what? If you needed a helmet wired and we were outside, I said, our helmet technician, the best guy we got, is
Oh, man.
inside.
Sir Neil.
Sir Neil.
Nonstop.
And I would tell you that we did a ton of helmets, actually. We actually did a lot. Sir Neil did a great job out there, as well as the rest of the team. Wiring helmets. We did programming.
Helmets,
And
programming
a lot of instructing everybody on how to use the products in the correct
Educating.
ways. You know, education is a big part of what we do.
Sure. So a lot of followers are watching this video right now who know who Rugged Radios is. But for those who are watching this for the first time, what are you actually doing out there? I hear you talk about service and stuff, but what does that mean for the person who doesn't know what we do?
Did you not hear Greg? We're living the dream.
KOH stream.
I often ask myself, what am I doing out here?
Hey, but you know what? Seriously, when a big race event like this comes up, we're not working for Rugged Radios. We're working for you.
Yep, absolutely.
We are
That's
working
it.
for our customer, our racer. And the thing is this, it costs us so much money to get there that it's not that it's just this big windfall of monies that we bring in. We sell a lot of product there, don't get me wrong about that. But our primary focus is to help every one of our customers. And education, the one thing that Kalani said earlier, education is so important because we're trying to educate you so that way we can teach you how to install your system better, how to dial in your system, how to tune your antenna, how to program your radios, how to do your helmet installs. We're going to teach you everything we know so that way you're prepared. So when you're at home, you don't have to rely on us for the next race. Mm-hmm. You can rely on us to come by, shake our hand if you need something extra, or if there's something you don't know, to learn something else. So education, what these guys are doing on the inside door racers is invaluable. That's why we go.
Yeah, and we do a lot of education as well as YouTube. I mean, Steve does a wonderful job in showing people how to install our products. That's another key for the customers to utilize. Maybe a little YouTube channel as well.
Sure.
All of that is actually nice features that a lot of people probably don't know that are watching, you know?
Were there any takeaways for you guys from KOHs here like, man, we really need to tell our racers to start doing this as they move forward? Any tips for the racers?
I would say inside a few experiences that we experienced was that M1, the M1 cable. Please, 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 por favor, put that cable on the back.
You're talking, no, he's talking the
M1
programming cable.
Yes.
There's that one Fonzie, it's got the tag that says, please do this. Can we
Por favor,
It says must install.
Por favor.
Hey, so seriously, the new M1, that is our IP67 waterproof professional radio. It's amazing. Okay, all the work that we've done, the years of knowledge, put it into one. We tooled it, we designed it, we tooled it, we did everything. One thing that we tooled into that was putting a program cable that plugs into the back and goes all the way out to the front. So we ask our racers to please connect that cable. A lot of them didn't. Then it's hard to get to the back of the radio to program it. That's why we designed this really nice little cable for it, so you can mount it to the sheet metal on the outside, a convenient place for us to program. So please do that.
Well, go ahead.
All right, I'll expand on that a little bit. So, one of the I have a lot of memories of asking a customer, "Great, I know what the issue is. I need to get to the back of the radio intercom."
Oh no.
And then crew chief and big guys are like, "Oh my God, you just asked me to disassemble the car." So that's what that solution is. It's so that we can just plug in, do our job, get out.
Hey, and you know what? The one thing is we're about our entire race community. Okay, when I say that, there's a big reason why we have Fonzie out there. There's a big reason why we have Bernardo out there, because our Spanish clientele, Fonzie.
Aquí andamos para echarle la mano y lo único que pedimos que también hagan caso. Aquí estamos para servirles en todo, así como dijo Greg, en los radios, cómo se usan los radios, programar, entunar las antenas, en todo lo que sea. Aquí andamos al 100 para atenderlos.
Did you say it right, Greg?
Yes.
What he said.
So the thing is this, everybody's important to Rugged Radios, okay? And you know what, this event is important. You know, what KOH has done, I've been there from the start to all the KOHs. I've been out there from the start. I've been involved in the racing community now for 30 years and manufacturing products for everyone. Okay, so I've been doing this a really long time. And to watch it evolve and grow, wow. When they said Saturday, 3 days into the event, it had more people than all of last year. Man,
Insane.
So,
applaud.
Yeah.
Dave and everybody that put on the event and put on a great event, wow.
Good
It's
job.
amazing. And we get to come out there in front of all of our racers, help, support, and educate. Just amazing.
well, look at it this way too. So not only has Dave brought in rock crawling and the Ultra 4 culture in, but he's also bringing in the desert crowd. So now all of the spectators come in, they see everything from trophy trucks to way cool Class 11s. Best thing out on the desert.
Right.
And then also all of the Ultra 4 stuff, the rock crawling stuff. They get the whole gamut in a week and a half.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
And you know what? To have everybody in one spot is incredible. Hey, you know what? For the Class 11s, I did something this year. I did the flat gray. Okay? Matt? Man.
You even have the same shirt on.
That's one good looking dude right there, okay? That's one good looking dude.
That's why you're pointing at me.
Okay, flat Greg. What the whole concept of flat Greg is this. I love Class 11. My dad raced Class 11 in the late 70s, early 80s. I raced Class 11. My son is going to be racing Class 11 here in a few weeks.
400.
So the beauty about it is this. I just want to give back to Class 11. Every Class 11 for this race, all you had to do was come over, get the flat Greg sticker. The whole concept is this. First one to get me across the finish line gets the rugged cash cup with $1,000 in it.
It doesn't have to be the first Class 11 across. It's just the first one with Greg on it.
Hey,
Gets that $1,000.
if somebody doesn't sign up for it, there's no cost, no nothing. It's just a give back. Okay? And that's all it is. And I love it. I did it at the Snore race, and now I did it at KOH, and we had so much fun. And Blake Wilkie, wow, he's the man. He's the man. He won the Rugged Cash Cup with $1,000, and that was so much fun. I wanted to do something fun. So guess what? Watch out. We're going to be doing a lot more things for other classes. Hey, Fonzie, you can hold on to that if you'd like.
Hey, sí escucharon lo que mencionó aquí el patrón, dijo que no tienen que estar registrados ni nada, nomás tienen que tener en su carro clase 11 y cruzar la línea primer lugar, se llevan $1,000. No se lo van a perder, ¿eh?
He probably,
Mucho dinero.
Mucho.
I think he said that I'm the man.
Yes.
Fonzie said you could
So-
buy lots of tacos with that $1,000.
Well, in addition to the racing, and there's an event we did with BFG KC Trail Rides.
We did.
Tell everybody a little bit about
So
that.
we partnered with BFG and KC for the entire event. So it wasn't just, we had a couple different rides that we went on.
You know what the thing is with this is what you say is the one thing about this KOH is just not a race.
Right.
We're getting into the other side of KOH.
Right. So we went with BFG, KC. We did a couple rides together. We took, so they did, of course, a rock crawling type event. And, you know, we're desert guys, so we brought desert trucks. But we went along with them. Our whole thought was the first rock section, we were going to be peace out. You guys have a good time. We ended up doing the whole trail, and I think we were the best content of the whole
The most entertaining for sure.
But it wasn't just the rides that we did. It was the dinner that
What
BFG
about the
put on.
BFG party?
Yeah,
It was great.
it was fantastic. I don't know how many people were there. Probably 200-300 people that were there.
The BFG party, right?
The BFG party. And then they had a meet and greet the next day, which was fantastic. Tons of people there. Got to meet all your favorite drivers and that kind of stuff would all be there. It was fantastic.
So we love the fact as a company, we get to see our customer not just over the phone, somebody placing an order from us, or we're talking to them over the phone. We get to meet them in person. You get to put a face to the name, and we get to do that also. And we get to see you. We get to talk to you. You get to meet us. Because you know what? You're part of the Rugged family. And this is the one thing. The entire community is part of the Rugged family because we help everybody. And you know what? It's great to be able to come out and do this. It's tough on us as a company. Believe me, the costs that it costs me to go out and the infrastructure we have to do, wow. But this is the thing. This helps us get better as a company all the way around. We come to these events, we download from the events, we learn from the events on how we can be better. We decide, hey, product development. So many things in product development from previous years are why where we're at today. Okay? Because guess what? We have the brand new IP67 M1. We have the brand new triple shielded critical communication antenna cable that is amazing. Okay? We have the Go Further antenna.
Number one in the industry.
Hey.
Hands down, no question.
Dude, we found the
Amen.
best antenna engineer in the world to design the best antenna for us. And I can promise you right now that we have the best antenna. We have the best antenna cable. Okay,
And
I can tell you that.
That was all a result from R&D at events like this. All a result of feedback, seeing all the vehicles, seeing how everyone's mounting our products, in their vehicles. Like we learned a ton in the field.
Well, and to piggyback on that, when you said our customers meaning us, it's the other way around for Steve and I, especially doing product development, talking to people, what they like, what they dislike, what they want, that kind of stuff. It provides it's our future.
Yeah.
It's how we progress.
Yeah, and the RWrap as well. That complements the antenna. And the RWrap's my go-to now. I'm
Sure.
out there in the field, finding nice.
What is the
So for those who don't know, what is the RWrap?
The RWrap is actually a Velcro strap, if you will.
A Velcro tie down.
Kind of like a zip
tie
tie
wrap.
in a way, but it's Velcro. And it allows you to actually fasten it to the cage without actually crushing the coax.
Right.
Crushing the coax is what we found in the field, probably be the number one thing.
That coax, because you
The
tighten
guys
that
just
coax.
go and just yank on that zip tie away and it just crushes.
And they use
internals.
the super high-end, like, space shuttle, I don't know, zip ties. That are
Right.
made-
Yeah, take one, yeah.
Yeah, and so this thing is actually amazing. It has so many uses, though.
Hey, you know
Other
what?
things.
I do want some of those space shuttle zip ties because in the morning I was out putting the banners out. Somebody stocked a trailer with cheap zip ties, okay, and I was breaking more than I was putting on.
That's
Okay,
because it was 18 degrees.
because it was so cold. It was so cold. It was so cold that I was breaking zip
It was
ties. right
probably the guy that put them in there is probably the guy that doesn't tie anything down in the back of the truck.
Yeah, definitely not. Well, I mean, I was at the same point too, Greg. I was working on the Gomez brothers stuff and the same things.
Don't throw Shane under the bus.
All right, I'll leave his name out of it.
Don't throw Shane Holly
Leave Shane out of this.
Say Holly.
Yeah. We used to have
Okay.
a nice window.
Different stuff.
So let's go down the line for a minute. Your biggest rose and your biggest thorn from this event, Steve.
Oh, do we start with the rose or the thorn?
Whichever one
I'm
resonates
gonna
more.
start with the thorn. So, as Greg has said, KOH is a tough event for us. It's depending on which position you're in. You're 10 to 13 days in. Kalani was, I don't even know how many days into an event because he went to the Parker 425.
I was a week ahead before you guys
Yeah,
even got
so
there.
25 days in.
Yeah.
KOH, it's demanding physically, mentally. I mean, you name it, it's taxing. So we have a love-hate relationship with it. Like, there's no other event that brings that many people together. It is, people describe it as the Burning Man of off-roading. It's just, we're all longtime off-roaders, grew up in off-roading, grew up with parents that off-roaded. To see that many people, it's just amazing. So the other side of it is we talk to so many people from all over the U.S., all over the planet. That I don't know that there's another event that draws more people from all over. When we, like you guys have mentioned, we get to meet people from everywhere.
I had one guy come up. I said, and I always ask, "Where are you guys from?" Because usually you can tell from an accent if they're back east or whatever, and that's kind of what I expected. This guy's like, "Oh, I'm from Germany."
Right.
Oh crap! That's a long ways to come to go beat the crap out of your stuff in the desert.
Germany, Canada, Israel, Scotland,
Oh my gosh!
Italy.
Tina.
Australia's really
Australia.
Australia.
It's crazy.
as well.
It's crazy.
Australia.
So my toughest thing about the event, okay, my toughest thing about the event is the dust. Okay, I'm going to tell you because with everything that we're in the world today and everything that's happening right now, I'm subjecting my employees to 13 days of dust, and you're breathing that the entire time. To be honest with you, that kills me. Okay, that kills me because I come back and I'm coughing and everything else, and I've got to figure out how to better take care of my people. I know it's a necessary evil because we got to be out there and we got to do this and we got to service our customers and do everything, but I still have to think about my employees. So that's my hardest thing that I have, is because I care about my people. Now, the rose, the thing that I love the best. Okay, for me, that 15-year-old kid from New York. That
I know
that
exactly where
family
you're
came
going.
up, dad and their son, big group from New York. They come out here every year, and the dad was telling me he takes his son. He has a little Instagram channel that he's trying to build, and I interviewed him a couple years ago, and I took pictures with him, gave him a big old hug, and he takes the son out of school for a month, and they go to KOH, and then they have all Sand Hollow and all these places they go to on the way home. and they're a month of off-roading.
So, and
That's amazing.
everybody has their own vehicle. So the 15-year-old
Yeah.
kid had his own rock crawler
Wow.
Jeep
And
type
so-
deal. So,
That means more to me to meet the families. That it reinvigorates me for the off-road community. Because you know what? It's not just about racing. If it was just about racing, we probably couldn't survive. I'll be honest with you. We need the public. We need everybody that wants to come out and watch racing and be part of it without racing, because most can't afford to race. So that's my takeaway, that, man, the dust, it's a killer. It's hard on my team, and it's hard on me to put my team out there like that. And the flip side is I see the family value of this and the people out there that they're making memories. They're making memories for their family that are going to last a lifetime.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's next?
For-
Who wants?
for me-
You, Steve.
For
Go ahead.
me, and you just touched on
You,
something.
you already said your piece.
Did he? I-
But now he wants to follow
Right,
me.
right. Well,
I was better than him.
it's the lead. It's the lead.
It was pretty good. Okay.
No, but the KOH, when it comes up, all of us are all like, oh my gosh, it's coming.
Christmas is just a reminder
when we
that
get out
KOH is around the
It's
corner.
the people that change my mind.
Hands down.
Yeah.
When you talk to the families and the guys that you haven't seen that are from back east that you haven't seen in a year,
Yeah.
it totally changes everything.
Yeah.
It makes it one of the best events to go to.
Okay,
That's
your
great.
time is up.
Well, the
Okay.
thorn is I lost my transmission getting lunch.
Yeah. But this
Should've
is the
had a
thing.
sticker.
You found it again a day later.
He didn't have to take that road to go get that.
Right?
Lunch.
It was the only way to
Just
do
on the
it.
nice breath.
That's a different subject. You're going to have to wait your turn again.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I would have to say, I mean, the cold and the dust is probably one of the two hardest things for us as well. That cold it was pretty chilly in the mornings here. You know, at the start line, the cars were having to run propane heaters to heat up the blocks because they had issues out there. And that dust does make it very difficult, you know. But just being there around our off-road family, like Greg and Steve said, it's the same thing. This is my one chance to get to see all of my people from around the world. I don't see all the Ultra 4 guys a lot. Best in Desert guys, the guys here, I see those guys a lot. Our family from Oregon, we don't get to see those guys much, but we see everybody here. So this is the one time when you get to see the people and you get to meet new people that are actually getting into the sport, which I love, man. When they bring the kids out and see their enthusiasm, man, that's the stuff that just makes me happy. It tells me why I'm actually doing what I do, you know? It does make a difference for these families, being able to speak and talk to each other. Like, we're enabling families to go out and become one together as a whole family in a vehicle, you know? That's what we allow. We allow communication so that you could be part. If the kid's in the back seat, they can talk to the parents in the front seat. That's so epic what we do.
You can talk to your buddies while you're riding the whole
Sure can.
entire time. You don't
Right.
have to
The
stop
whole
every
time.
20 minutes to go
Just
see us.
chat and
And
Yeah,
out
make
there,
fun of your buddies.
communication is key because there is no service, guys. There's no cell phones. There's no nothing. You know, internet is the first couple of days.
that's my thorn. That's my thorn.
But
That
you're right.
internet is cold.
Radio's where you live, right? You live with the radio.
Yes,
you live
sir.
with the radio the
Yes,
whole
sir.
time. That's the only way to get a hold of everybody. But what do
Yeah.
you think, Fonz?
Man, so for me, my thorn, of course, like they said, you know, just the cold internet. Of course, no internet out there,
That's
but
bad for Fonzie.
in a way,
You
kind
can't
of.
Snapchat without that internet.
They took that away. But being able to see everybody like everybody expresses, and my thing, you know, with my raza out there, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. You guys have no idea. I mean, you guys see where we are today, and we're growing out here. Communication is key, like we said. And my rose is when we're out there at the tent, you know, getting to see everybody from around the world. But not only that, we get people that come to our tent, and we're over there servicing them, and they get to meet other Rugged Radio's family inside the booth. So just connecting everybody with each other, wherever area you're from, just let me know. I got somebody in that area. We got you.
And Fonzie actually found his twin out there, too. So that was
Hey,
pretty cool.
picked him up, took off his cowboy hat. He wanted my cowboy hat. I'm like, no. Let me see yours real quick. Echa pa acá. A little bit of alcohol, chained him up, got him looking good. Now I need a chain. Oh, I need a chain, Sir Greg. Yeah. I need gold plated.
Let's play this for Greg.
Yeah.
Excellent.
KOH 2022 is in the books, okay? We can't wait for next year. But you know what? This is the thing. before you get to KOH 2023, if you have questions, you need help, you want to dial in your system, you want to be prepared, call us. Because you know what? I have an entire staff. We have over 50 people, and we are here for you. So I encourage you to call us, let you help us before the event, because that way it gives us more time to shake hands, pat you on the back, and even go for a ride with you out at KOH 2023.
Yep.